I'm going to score a touchdown with every team's first round pick in the 2022 NFL Draft. We're starting with Travon Walker out of Georgia, the first overall pick for the Jacksonville Jaguars, coming around the edge, and we're getting a safety on Matt Ryan in the end zone. It was a big debate over who was going to be the first overall pick. Travon Walker of the Georgia Bulldogs wound up going there, and I think it's going to be a really solid pick for Jacksonville in that defense. Speaking of defense, we got Aiden Hutchinson, the number 2 pick out of Michigan. He can drop back into coverage even at that D-line spot. We got the pick, and we're going with a pick 6 to the house. The Michigan kid is staying home in Detroit. I think this is a great pick for the Lions. Jumping to the other side of the ball for the Lions, they got arguably the best receiver in the draft at number 12 with Jamison Williams. I know he's injured, but this guy is a super speedy guy. I think he's going to be a real stud for their offense and another weapon for Jared Goff. We're going to send him on a drag route here. This dude's just got so much speed. You get him in space, you're going to make a lot of big plays with this guy. Going to try a little play action here, see if we can get him over the top. Patrick Peterson is just too slow. He's a good cornerback in his heyday, but he's a little older, he's a little slower. He's not going to be able to keep up with a burner like Jamison Williams down the sideline. Up next is the number 3 pick, my guy out of LSU, Derek Stingley, arguably the best cornerback in the draft. We'll have to wait and see. There's a lot of good names. You cannot test this guy one-on-one, and if you try to throw it underneath, he can jump it for a nice pick 6 just like this. He's taking it all the way to the house. By the way, if your team drafted like offensive lineman or a defensive tackle, I'm sorry, but you can't really score touchdowns with those guys. So we're basically just sticking with a lot of the skill position guys here. And of course, another cornerback for the Jets. We've got Ahmad Sauce Gardner, another guy that could arguably be the top cornerback in the draft. We really don't know until these guys hit the field, but I think the Jets got a good one at number 4, and he's taking this pick 6 to the house for an easy touchdown. I think the Jets probably had the most impressive draft. They got a lot of good guys at a lot of good spots, and I think the Jets are really on that way to turning things around in New York. Sticking with the Jets here at number 10, they got another guy that could arguably be the best receiver in the draft. We really don't know, and it's Garrett Wilson out of Ohio State. A great route runner, great hands. He's going to be making plays just like this. You cannot defend this guy one-on-one. He might be the next star wide receiver in the NFL soon. Going back to the defensive side of the ball, we got Kayvon Thibodeau out of Oregon. He goes to the Giants at number 5, and I think this is a great pick for the Giants. He's getting a safety here on the division rival Dak Prescott. He could arguably be the best edge rusher in the draft. Again, this is a draft where, there's a lot of guys that could be the best at their positions. We don't really know yet, but I think this is a great pick at the spot for the Giants. At pick number 8, the first receiver off the board, Drake London out of USC. Big body guy. He'll probably be used in the slot quite a bit like we see here on the crossing route, just cooking the defense down the sideline. But you know what? He's also 6'5". He's another big target just like Kyle Pitts. Back of the end zone, we're going up for an easy grab with him and Kyle Pitts on the same offense. It's going to be pretty hard to defend. You got 2 guys that are tall. They can get out there, they can run, they can catch. It's going to be a nightmare. Subscribe so we can hit 500K before Madden 23. Sticking with the receiver position, my Saints got Chris Olave at 11. They traded up for him, and I don't mind it at all. Got him on a drag route here for a nice gain. He's got a ton of speed and a ton of route running, good hands. He is going to be a nice weapon next to Michael Thomas and Alvin Kamara. You could see him here. Jameis on the rollout. You cannot defend this guy one-on-one. Crossing routes, streaks, drags. This guy is going to just do a lot in space with the speed and the route running that he has. You could see the crispy routes here on the out route down the sideline, and he's breaking some tackles too. We're going to try to hit him on this corner route here, one-on-one, just no contest, back of the end zone, and he's going to tap the toes for the touchdown. I think the Saints offense is going up quite a notch with this ad out of Ohio State. We've got Kyle Hamilton for the Ravens. We're going to try to jump this over the middle of the field, and you're going to see him making plays like this for that Ravens defense. They always seem to find the right guys that slip in the draft. Great inside the box, great against the run, great awareness and play recognition. Some people are a little bit worried about his speed in the deep area of the field, but the Ravens are smart. They're going to use this guy exactly how he needs to be used, and I think that's going to be more so in the box, and he's going to be making big plays like this for the Ravens next year. Back to the offensive side of the ball, another receiver. We got Jahan Dotson to the Commanders. Him and Terry McLaurin, that's going to be a nasty combination. This guy's got some good speed, some good route running. We got him over the top here, just cooking the defense for big plays, and you're probably going to see that a lot next year with new QB Carson Wentz. I think the Commanders are definitely shaping up to have a much better offense than they've had in years past. We're going to try to hit him over the middle right here. He's got a nice open window. He's actually going to drop the ball. ball. Sometimes the rookies are going to drop the ball. We're going to go right back to it, though. And here we are again. Nice dot over the middle, and we're getting in there for the touchdown this time. A lot of receivers going in this year's draft. Could this be the best one in the draft? We don't know. I don't think people think that right away, but you never know. Sticking with receivers, we got another one. Treylon Burks out of Arkansas going to the Titans. And I know Titans fans, you just lost Julio and A.J. Brown, but you got Robert Woods, and you get Treylon Burks in the draft, a guy that can definitely make big plays, a guy that people are even comparing a little bit to A.J. Brown, and we're trying to make plays with him right here. We're going to go deep down the sideline one-on-one with the click on, and he's going to drop it too, just like our last guy, Dotson. Hey, rookies are rookies. They're going to make some mistakes sometimes, but he also can make big plays just like this, and we're inside the 5-yard line, one-on-one with the slant, big body. He's going to box him out for an easy touchdown. I think this is going to be a solid pick for the Titans, who also drafted Malik Willis. The only QB taken in the first round, Kenny Pickett. I think this is an actually really good landing spot for him. We got Deontay Johnson down the sideline here. I think he's got some good weapons, Johnson. Of course, we got Claypool here in the slot. We're going to try to hit him on the crossing route, and that's a big gain as well. They picked up George Pickens even in the second round too, so adding some weapons there for Kenny Pickett. And of course, you can't forget Najee Harris. We're going to hit him here on the angle route. This guy is going to be really special next year, I think, as well. He had a good rookie season. Kenny Pickett has a lot of weapons. Steelers offense looking kind of nice. We're going to roll out here. I don't like anything. It's not open. We're rolling out. We're just going to do it on the ground with Kenny Pickett. Why not? QBs can run too. More cornerbacks as the Chiefs got Trent McDuffie, another guy that, hey, could arguably be the best in the draft, and he's picking off Derek Carr. He can play man. He can play zone. He can press. He's just an all-around good cornerback. Definitely a position that was needed for the Chiefs. And this guy, like I said, he could wind up being the best in the draft. It's not far-fetched to think that. And you could see here just airtight coverage, jumping the route in front of Hunter Renfrow, something the Chiefs needed, and I think he's going to be a huge addition to that defense going into next season, and the crowd is loving it. More defense here. This time it's the Packers getting Quay Walker, a linebacker that can definitely cover, and he can make plays like this one-on-one. He's going to get some big picks for the Packers. I know they wanted some receivers, but hey, they got some good defensive players in this draft. This guy can really cover. He can make plays just like that. It's more cornerbacks here with the Buffalo Bills taking Kaiir Elam out of Florida. Florida's been known to have some good DBs in the league, and they need another guy to put next to Tre'Davious White. There's an easy pick six just like that, and I think you're going to see a lot of this next year for the Bills. A guy that's got speed, pretty good hands, good coverage, another guy alongside Tre'Davious White. I think the Bills are going to have an even better defense, if you can imagine that, than they've already had. This guy can really go get his hands on the ball, and he can defend. The Bengals took DB Daxton Hill. We're bringing him off the edge here. We're trying to get to Lamar Jackson, and we actually get to him. This is a guy really versatile. You can move around, safety, slot. I think the Bengals are going to get really creative with him. Good in coverage. We're going to jump the route right here with him, and we're going to take this back for a touchdown. The defending AFC champions just added another solid piece to their already good defense. And with the last pick of the first round, the Vikings get safety Lewis Cine out of Georgia. They had a ton of defensive players drafted, and we come up and make the hit. He's going to be really good in the box against the run. Some pretty good coverage in the box as well. I think a guy that can move around a little bit. We're going to try to jump this route here, thrown by Justin Fields, and we're taking it all the way to the house. A great pick by the Vikings to help shore up that secondary. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, check out this video right here where I scored a touchdown with the MVP in the last 20 Madden games. I'll see you next time.